guys, and welcome to episode 61 of the TWIT. I will be talking about this week in trials, as I do normally. Start, the weapon was the Cataphract GL, which is honestly one of the most sought after weapons right now in the sandbox, I would say, like, for trials. I think honestly, like, I would say Igneous is the most sought after, and it's probably just Igneous and Cataphract. Like, I mean, Messenger is not horrible, but I don't think Pulses are really too much in the meta right now. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was a decent map too. I feel like Endless Veil is decent. I'm personally not a fan of it and haven't been for a while, but I mean, there are worse maps. Like Anomaly, I feel like the Anomaly is like 10 times worse than I feel like Anomaly is 10 times worse than Endless, and I would definitely rather play an Endless instead of Anomaly. But dude, oh man, oh, this week was rough for me personally. To start, we match the same cheaters we always match, which is like a given, of course. Like, why wouldn't we? But it's just unlucky matchmaking, really. So, pretty rough in that regard. Just had a pretty maldy start, just matching the same guys that have been cheating for quite a while. And, I mean, just in general, I honestly stopped counting after a certain point, like how many cheaters we matched this weekend. And I was genuinely kind of surprised that was the case, because I figured the player population would be better, given that the weapon was Cataphract. Like, I figured more people would be wanting to play, and there just would be more players playing, but there really wasn't, unfortunately. And you definitely felt that in terms of like the difficulty of like playing 3v3 playlist if you're doing carries. Like, I 1,000,000% felt that very much this weekend. And it's kind of troubling, because we are kind of approaching the point where, you know, even when we have a good weapon, it's the player population and stuff, it's still not good. And that's kind of troubling. And I mean, what can we do about it? Not really a whole lot we can do. Just is what it is, really. Unfortunately, I believe we're getting the Moments of Triumph, and then we're getting, you know, Into the Light, and I'm hoping that those updates, you know, incentivize people to play the game more and get people playing the game more, so that we kind of have, like, I don't know how to explain it, maybe a patch, I guess, like something to keep, you know, the player retention. Like, I'm hoping in trials, at least, I'm sure there will be something to keep player retention in general, but I'm more, obviously, for myself, as a mainly trials based content creator, and PvP content creator, that's obviously more what I'm hoping for. But we don't exactly know what we're getting around that time frame, so there's no guarantee that we will get something that is going to do what I'm hoping. So, but, you know, who knows? Maybe those content updates will be big, and it'd be a good change for the game. I certainly am hoping so, because as of right now, we're getting like the best weapon that you can get, which, one of the best. I mean, for PvE, I would say that the Cataphract is still like best GL, and probably the best weapon that you can get from trials for PvE, right? And the fact that maybe it's the map, I don't know. I feel like that weapon should be doing really well, and trials should be doing really well when that weapon is available, but it didn't really do that this week. And it's kind of disappointing. But we are also kind of approaching the point where it's like the end of the season. Like, I think I'm trying to think really quickly. If we were were in a normal season, you know, I don't think we would have too many weeks left. If it was a normal season. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we would pretty much be almost done. Like, we would be closing in on the end of this season. Like, I think Final Shape was set to launch sometime in February, so you know, that would be where we're at right now. But unfortunately, we gotta wait till June, and I'm just hoping that like the content updates we get are in the gap time, you know, between now and then are enough to help with player retention. Hopefully. That's really all we can do is hope. So, because we're kind of in the dark at the moment, which, I mean, either is a good thing or a bad thing. We'll see. Really, it's one of those things, like, you really got to see what they're cooking, and we can't really know until we see. So anyway, let me know how this week went for you guys. For me, like I said, it was very, very malty. It's one of those weeks where, like, I just cannot wait for it to be over. And I mean, that's been the past couple weeks. I really didn't feel that way when we had Checkmate, though. Like, I really enjoyed Checkmate. I really had a good time with Checkmate. You know, that's how I felt during that. Like, Checkmate was a really good time for me, and I really enjoyed it. Like, that was one of the times, like, recently that I actually enjoyed playing and was having a good time playing. And it's been a while since that's been the case, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's very rare that I enjoy playing in the normal sandbox, and I think it's that way for a lot of players and a lot of content creators, because I feel like a good portion of PvP exclusive content creators kind of feel similarly, that the way that I do about the sandbox, the things that I feel about the sandbox. So yeah, so that's hopefully, I think we're getting Checkmate on February the 9th. I'm certainly looking forward to that. I hope it's igneous. I really hope it's igneous, actually, because if it's igneous, then that means player population should be fairly decent, and if it's a decent map as well, like if we get igneous and Jav with Checkmate, I'm kind of curious to see what the player numbers are going to be like, because I feel like one of the things that is like cope for me the last time we had Checkmate was that it was during a holiday weekend, and I could kind of cope and say, like, you know, the player population is probably kind of low because most people are spending time with their family and not really too interested in playing Destiny right now, considering it's at a, like, franchise low. But I mean, if Checkmate comes out and it's a good map and it's not a holiday weekend and it's still really low player pop, there isn't really anything else that could be said that other than that it's just not popular. So I'm kind of interested to see how that transpires and whether or not, you know, it's actually something that is not popular and, like, people actually don't like it. I hope that they do, because I genuinely think that Checkmate is what's best for the game in terms of, like, Trials of Osiris and comp. I feel like that is the right direction if we want a more competitive, more grounded experience with a larger skill gap, which is kind of what we've been asking for, really. Like, I mean, I guess it depends on who you are, actually, but I feel like it's what we as a community have been asking for, you know. And I don't know, I just hope that I hope that the community likes it, you know, because I feel like the Checkmate Christmas weekend wasn't really a fair shot. I seen some people say, like I said, that, like, people really liked it, then they would have been playing regardless of whether or not they were at their parents or spending time with family, you know. Like, if people really were about it, if they're really enjoying it, like, that wouldn't have mattered. And maybe that's true, but I don't know. Maybe it's not as well. Who knows, man? Who knows? I'm hoping that it was true. That is the case. But anyway, I'm gonna end the video here. I love you guys very much. I will see you all next one. Peace out. If you guys enjoyed the video, please make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe as it helps out the channel a ton. Also, subs are greatly appreciated because as of right now, 57% of my viewers are not subbed to the channel. In addition, if you'd like to come say hi to me live, I stream over on Twitch pretty much every day. And if you're looking to get into contact with me, I've got a Twitter and I'm very active with it. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.